I just realized the entire time I forgot to unmute. So I moved the death thing hoping it doesn't look like dog shit. Yesterday was mostly just a test to see if Restream worked. Which it looked like it did. Currently, I'm just double checking the chat thing, but I don't know if anyone's gonna chat, so I have no fucking clue if it'll work or not. But hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that won't stop me. Because all I'm really doing today is moving shit. Alright. But if this is set up correctly, if I'm ever able to go to do VR chat stuff with like a 3D version of my avatar, I might be able to set up stuff in such a way that'll let me read chat from Twitch and YouTube if Restream doesn't work for that. So I'm hoping Restream does work for that. Kind of banking on that hope. So today I'm really just moving stuff, double checking to get specific resources to get ready and shit. My current hopes is to get either this game or Forager to the point where I can technically drop it, because I want to do a live service game as one of the 3 games in rotation. So like Overwatch or something, where I know there won't be an end, but there will be like new content like every so often. After a bit, I might set it up to where I have, what's it called? A live service game, 2 solo, and 1 with somebody. If I can have 1 with somebody. As of right now, for that 1 with somebody, the somebody currently is Gamer, and the one with him is Raft.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
I'm just checking over every so often because I'm really curious if it works, but I have no guarantee that it works, so I have no fucking clue. For YouTube side, last stream, the only message in there is test. Also, I'm gonna double check this because I have a list somewhere. I shouldn't have this list because technically speaking it's spoilers, but frankly it is the total raw material list for the Neptune Escape rocket. So I'm just going to take a look at it again. Because if I'm correct, 15, 30, and I have 2 of these, meaning I have the right amount of titanium. Apparently I do need one of these. Don't need, no, there's quartz. Needs 2 quartz. Needs 2 gel sacks. And 8 lithium. But I only have that much right now. Also needs 8 silver, 10 gold. No diamonds. There we go. But as of right now, I'm trying to get either this game done or the other thing done. So like either this or Forager, and then replace it with Overwatch since its Season 2 is about to come out. What I mean by Season 2 is Season 2 2026, because Overwatch has had too many seasons. I forgot to check if it needed copper. It did need copper. It needed the same amount of copper as it did gold. Alright. Anything else it needed? Oh, I needed 4 lead. Kyanite, iron cube, stalker tooth. Oh, it needs specifically embedded glass. How do I get embedded glass again? Glass and tooth. And to make glass is 2 of these. So I think it just specifically needs embedded glass. You know, right here shouldn't be giving me oxygen, but I'll take it. So, I think that thing just needed one of those glass, because it shows stalker tooth and 2 of the thing, which would make me inclined to believe it just needs one of those glass. So I can skip having 3 for just that. If I can set up most of the resources it needs, I could just not worry about it right now. But these lockers are just going to be where I store literally anything the fuck else. Because if these lockers are anything the fuck else, then that is good for me. Because I'm going to need something to be anything the fuck else. Which will be those lockers. The lockers with the labels are going to be the ones for the resourcing. Lost pocket. So happiness I drowned in dark despair. Okay, I still have mark, right? I'm pretty sure that beacon is the mark. From the ceiling, ink is creeping through the walls. Your heart that's beating, or illusion, you're alive. Collect what's necessary, keep appeasing the divines. It's me you should be believing, cause she's deceiving you with lies. Yeah, when it comes down to the games I plan on playing, I want to make sure a live service one's in there, because I actually prefer to screw around with shit like that. I don't play Overwatch competitively. Like, I don't like playing competitive Overwatch. If I were to play competitive Overwatch, I would end up just, what's it called? Be on comp on my own time. Fuck, where the fuck am I going? Is this way a way to continue downward? I am so fucking lost right now. I don't remember how get down and how go up. Oh, that's the ceiling. When the fuck did I end up in a cave? But the next tier they're gonna add next season is making me really want to play next season. I know it's a damage hero, and I'm a support main, but like, that's the same fucking hole. I know she's gonna be a damage hero, and I'm typically a support main, but the way she looks, there's a good amount of pink in her design. And I'm a sucker for pink. I know there's people where it's like, oh, you can't have too much of this. There's always too much of something. And that's just a fact. Because, like, if you have too much chocolate, for example, you could probably... bad stuff is probably gonna happen. Then you'll realize, oh, you had too much chocolate. There's probably gonna be someone who's like, oh no, you can't have too much chocolate. No, you can. There's a lot of stuff you can have too much of. Colors is typically something that people will consider not harmful if you have a lot of it. But my brain is like, if there's too much of one color, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If there's too many colors, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I typically like it when it's like around 5 colors, or like 5 main obvious colors with like fading and shit. With like fading and shit, I can get around to the idea of, hey, it's just the same fucking color. Do I have water fucking anywhere? There's water. Jesus Christ, I have a random abundance of unnecessary materials. Oh, there's some more water and some bricks. How did I get more nutrient bricks? I don't remember getting more nutrient bricks. That was probably when I looted a place. Okay. So, eat a nutrient brick. And drink water. And then I have so many bladderfish. For no fucking reason. I just have so many ladderfish. Let's... Let's do that. Run over here. What are you doing, Buttercup? What you doing? Does Grammy need me for something? Did she send you? What are you whining about? Something wrong? What is it? What is it? You hungry? I'll be back. I found out why the dog was whining at me. She couldn't get to Grammy.
100 meters. Oxygen.
No, let me out. No, let me out. No, let me the fuck out.
Greatly decreased.
Alright, so this one. Okay. There's a gold in here, and there's some copper in here. I'll be taking both of those. And also, Sleepy SMP is, what's it called?
All systems online.
Sleepy SMP could probably be coming back, so I'll probably start doing Minecraft stuff again. So, if I have stuff set up correctly, each week, Minecraft, Overwatch, and then another game will be probably my setup. The other game will probably end up being either a game with co-op that me and Gamer can play, or me and someone else could play. Like, for example, right now I have Raft. Thinking about it, I don't think I've ever beaten Astroneer. I played it a lot, but I don't think I've ever actually beaten Astroneer. Which is a shock to me, because how much I know I've played it. Oh, I really don't like that thing. But what other games do I have that I haven't completed, nor have I probably fully done on stream? Because I know I haven't completed Astroneer. I really want to play Stardew, but I don't have anyone to really play Stardew with. And that's like one of the only things that'll get me to go back, is getting someone to play it with. And maybe waiting for the next update, which is going to be 1.7. If I'm correct. I keep forgetting to mark these as completed. I'm gonna check Steam, because they announced 1.7 for Stardew, but that's pretty much all I know. There's also things it mentioned that it was doing. There's my valley. I don't think it'll tell me shit on my phone. Latest news. Stardew Valley. 10-year anniversary. 10 years old. With 1.7, his goal is to add more depth to various areas. That are somewhat lacking without bloating the game with too many systems. That's more depth, not necessarily more complexity. He's confident that people will be happy with the result, however, there's no release date, it's just in development. And from my understanding, from what I'm seeing, is he's gonna add the ability to marry Clint and Sandy. That being the blacksmith and the girl in the desert. Oh, can you start fortifying pieces?
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Actually, no, not that one. I do need to start fortifying, though. I'll do the first 2 spots in this room. Need a lithium. I don't want to have to immediately start using it from these, but I can get more lithium. Oh yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. So my current plan is to hopefully have somebody play Stardew with me when 1.7 comes out. Depending on what areas get more content. Because some areas do need more content, and other ones, it's really just adding another area onto it for its, quote, more content. But this is just starting to remind me that I didn't know Ginger Island was a base game thing until I ended up just, what's it called? Trying to figure out what I was missing, achievement-wise. And then I found out, oh, that's base game? I thought that was modded. But after 1,000 hours of Stardew, I just didn't know that a base game thing was a base game thing, and that I just find that fucking hilarious. I'm just trying to find things to talk about. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Because if I can find things to talk about, I can just talk about things without having to talk to anybody. Which is normally something that I lack when it comes down to content creation, is I can't often do stuff solo. Due to the fact that I consider myself someone who sucks at content creation, but I like it. I like doing stuff with it. Like, I want to do content creation, but I suck at it. So I end up just sitting here, not being able to talk for hours on end without, like, a conversation starter. So I'm just trying to grasp at literally anything I could be talking about, even if it's not relevant to what I'm playing. Which ends up me thinking, oh, I'm saying too much about this other thing that's not related to the game, so I probably shouldn't talk, but I kind of need to talk, because that's how content creation works, and if I can't do that, then there's not a point in me trying to do content creation. Because at that point, it's just ending up down a damn rabbit hole. Of, oh, should I talk? Should I not talk? What am I meant to do? I don't know what I'm meant to do. Is there a sign? Is there some form of thing that will guide me in a direction? No. I just gotta hope that I don't look like a fucking moron. And while trying not to look like a moron, I end up looking more like a moron. And I just gotta accept that I'm probably a fucking moron. And that's just how it be. And if I'm a moron, then shit, I'm a fucking moron. And that's just how it is. Because I know there's a handful of things I can ramble, like, on and on and on about for no fucking reason. But, like, what's the point? If there isn't a reason to talk about it, why should I talk about it? I'm wondering how long Sleepy SMP is gonna stay open for. Because I know when I joined in last time, I joined like halfway through. Because that's roughly when I was invited, was halfway through. Hell, I'm surprised that they kind of allowed me in. Because everyone in there is like 2 to 4 times the amount of shit I have on Twitch. But like, I love to do content creation, it's just I end up not knowing a good direction to go in. So I'd sit here and just stare at chat, waiting for somebody to help me start a conversation, I think. Because like, I don't want to stay glued to one game, I want to do a handful of stuff. Like, get out of my comfort zone, play some games that I wouldn't typically play. Because the whole reason I wanted to get into Subnautica was the whole idea of, hey, so you're on an alien planet and the normal wildlife, or like the normal sea life of said alien planet, ends up being horrors beyond comprehension sometimes, or creatures that look like that would if you saw them in real life, would probably make you shit yourself. But when it comes down to it, I can't normally play games that would inevitably make me want to scream. But I love base builders. I'm like a sucker for base builders and like casual farming games. Which is why I love Stardew Valley so much, is it's a casual farming game. And I was obsessed with it at one point. But I have a handful of genres that I like that I don't think there's ever going to be a certain, like a specific game that covers most of them. So I end up sitting here like, huh. This would be interesting if it would exist. But the likeliness of it existing is little to none. Because I love base building. Base building's fun. Base building's good. You can implement base building into a lot of games. The casual farming I like can be implemented into a lot of games. The main problem I face when it comes down to shit like this is... Let's see. Let me actually check something, because there's a specific thing I need to double check. I like turn-based RPGs. Now, that can get confusing with everything else. Is because how would you make a base building RPG that has psychological horror, is cute and relaxing? It's just not possible to implement all of these different things that I like into one game. So I end up just kind of trying to find a game that fits most of them, which will make me the happiest if I can find a game that just fits most of my favorite genres. Which, technically speaking, in some sense, Slime Rancher is a cozy kind of farm game. I say kind of because, technically speaking, I'm talking off the basis of, hey, so, sure, this is a slime, and this is the food slimes eat. However, the game is literally just exploration and technically ranching. It is cute, there is cute elements, but there's like nothing that really grasps attention. Games that have like, I get the games that have like deep hidden meaning and lore and shit where like, oh, like Pokemon look cute, but oh, this one steals children. That's not psychological horror, that's just misunderstanding stuff. And probably why I get confused when I stare at Pokemon games. It's like, oh, you know Gardevoir? Yeah, it looks amazing, it looks girly and stuff. Can summon a black hole. That's not... If you're in the world of Pokemon, it's terrifying. But if it's just a game, it doesn't feel right. It's more cute than horrifying. Because you're looking more at the design rather than the log. But when it comes down to it, what's it called? This game, base building, it has ambience and a sense of dread. Even though it's not technically psychological horror, it gives off the feeling of terrifyingness. Even more so if you have a fear of water, or like what's in the water, it will probably scare you more. But sometimes I see people mention, oh, if you didn't have a fear of the ocean before playing Subnautica, you will after. And to be honest, I just never wanted to enter the ocean in the first place. This game kind of encapsulates the idea of could be farming, because there is ways to farm resources in the sense of like food and shit. But I like the kind of games that could be co-op. Like, they don't have to be co-op, but if they are, they can be. And you can always abuse that to add, like, a mimic or something, where it'll mimic a person for psychological horror stuff. But I feel like the thing that captures stuff like that the most are like, most of the time I think Minecraft mods. Because Minecraft fits a lot of the categories. It's like it could be co-op, it has potential to be terrifying using horror mods, but it's like all modding. It's like modding this, modding that. I want some base game stuff. Some like games that could be terrifying with this, but with more elements of like other shit. So I feel like I'm just tied down due to the fact that I can't figure out what kind of game would be great for somebody with my taste. So I end up just saying, well, there's probably never going to be a game like that, so I may as well find one that fits most categories. But even if there like was a chance, if there was a horror game that could be co-op, doesn't have to be, that when you're with friends, it could be good or it could be worse when it comes down to how terrifying it is. But I don't necessarily know. What I do know, however, is, what's it called? I got, I think, a total of 4 games, like, was it 3 days ago? Yeah, we'll go with 3 days ago, maybe 4. In which I can play on stream, technically. One is psychological horror, and I probably won't be playing that one on stream. It's called Tingus Goose. It is kind of like an idle clicker game kind of situation, but it's like mental nightmare fuel. So if I were to play it, I would probably play it when I'm doing just chatting. On top of that, I got Cursor Blade, which is a roguelike, in which will be a probably similar situation, but I'd probably have it be more focused on stream rather than off to the side. Because it's just your mouse is a blade, and you gotta do things with it and try not to get hit 4 times or you'll die, unless you have the heart drop stuff. On top of that, there's a Metroidvania, which its maximum playtime, if you know what you're doing, is like roughly 5 hours. So that could be interesting, because it's more and less punishing than Silksong in different ways, considering it has a numbered health bar rather than a hit bar. They can mess with the values with that more when it comes down to hits and stuff. But where it comes down to the part where it's more punishing, I think the platforming is more punishing than Silksong's, but the boss fights I think are less punishing than Silksong's. Because the part where Silksong is punishing in boss fights is it's a Souls-like. Not just a, what's it called? Not just a Metroidvania, it's a Souls-like Metroidvania. So it ends up being, hey, you see this boss, it's gonna kick your ass. And Constance, which is, yeah, Constance is the name of the game. Its stuff is more or less, mostly frame-perfect inputs is your worst enemy. Because you have to, like, input your shit correctly, or you'll just kind of die, or take damage in return. But the 4th game I'd be able to play on stream that I got is long enough to be an anime title for its title, which is my wife threw out my card collection, so I bought a dump to find them all. It's long enough to be an anime title, but it's a game. And I find that fucking hilarious. Technically speaking, I did get a 5th game, but gamers advised me not to talk about it on stream as of yesterday when I talked about it on stream. Because technically speaking, it's an explicit game that has NSFW in it. But most of the time, I would be able to avoid the NSFW. If I set up something, I wouldn't need to think about the NSFW. But if I screw up, then it can go on screen. So it's probably better if I don't play the game on stream. But realistically, I could. I won't though. But there is a handful of games I still haven't finished that I would love to finish, including Schedule 1. Because I haven't gone that very far in Schedule 1. I think I got into meth and that's it. But that wouldn't be a good idea for me to do that. Let's see, Peglin is interesting. I wouldn't be able to do a whole lot in it. Backpack Hero has a story that I haven't even started. I never actually really got far in Terraria. I need to check if High on Life will work on stream. Because my cousin got that game, and because of Steam Family, I can play it. I think I've played Wednesdays on stream, start to finish. But it looks like there's might be new content on it. But the game itself is to like raise awareness of stuff. But there's specifically an additional bonus scene, and it's out on mobile, is what I'm seeing. Oh, the scene's just kind of asking the game devs, effectively. It's a scene that you'll be able to ask the game devs almost any question you'd like in an interactive interview round tables of sorts. And it looks like a convention setup. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna look at other games on my library. Let's see. I forgot I got Sip Fisher a while ago, and I didn't want to complete the game without it being on stream. Pal World's another one I could probably get through with on stream. There's a handful of LEGO games that are in the Steam family that I could play. Borderlands is a game set I would kind of want to dabble in, but I have, I think, only 2 and 3. I played Dispatch. I don't think I'm gonna return to Dragon Quest Builders. It's like a fun game and all, but like, I don't think I like it, like, one bit. Like, sure, it is a good game, but it's the kind of game that I don't think I can see myself returning to. Because, like, sure, I still have the save file from when I was streaming it, but I, like, can't bring myself to return to the game. It's not like a bad game, it's just I can't see myself returning to it. I wish I could see myself returning to it. But if I were to do that, it would be like forcing myself to. And that's something I personally don't want to do to myself, is force myself to play something I don't want to return to.
Warning, emergency power only.
Because like
Oxygen
Forager
production
is like a
offline.
mental break for me. Because like for me, I can mentally get away with having myself play Forager due to the fact that it's kind of like, ooh, kind of goofy little game that's just small and you can screw around in it. Well, Dragon Quest Builders just doesn't feel like a good type of game for me. Like, it just feels like there's something missing when I look at Dragon Quest Builders. Because from what I've seen on, like, the handful of, like, Dragon Quest content I've looked at, it doesn't feel, or doesn't look like it would feel like a Dragon Quest game. Because it... even though technically it is, it's technically also not at the same time. I find it funny that specifically on this floor, I just get oxygen, because it's above water. Because it doesn't play on you being on an enclosed space above water. What was it again? Kinda wanna... First off, I need a scanner room. Copper gold table. There's a lot of gold in here, actually. Is there a table in there? There was a table, right? Table. It's this one. Yeah. I see. Just put the scanner room like here. Is that even lined up? It looks like it could be lined up. I say could because I'm not entirely sure. Haha. What's this Discord notification I have? Oh, it's just one of these. Like slow dropping. Apparently if I jump I can just get oxygen in some rooms. If I just jump I can just get oxygen here. Alright. I don't even need power for oxygen.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh shit, I don't, I should probably fix things in here, shouldn't I? That looks so much better.
Vital signs stabilizing.
What's it called? I'm gonna quickly look at Twitch's thing. No, nothing new there wise in Twitch. Okay. So I don't know if the thing works correctly. Oh, tabata. Hatata. Ta-pa-ta. Ta-pa-pa-pa-ta-pa-ta. Ta-pa-pa-ta. Pa-pa-ta. Pa-ta. My mental stability does not exist.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
No fish, okay. Understars, General Home. I really want to do a VR chat stream, but I don't have a 3D version of my model. Even on top of that, I don't even have a bottom half part of my model. I'm just upper half. Which I find hilarious. I'm just a sprite. A character that's crawled out of a game. What else can I randomly ramble on about? Oh yeah, me and a friend of mine are working on a project on Roblox, and I'm trying to learn code to make some of the project. And I'm lazy, and laziness leads me to places that I shouldn't go. So I've started trying to find workarounds so I don't have to worry about the code as much and I can focus more on design. Because even though I want to make games and shit, my brain is like, that's just like code, that's just lines of text that might not even work.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And when it comes down to design stuff, I can see it in front of me, make edits really easily and shit. So my brain's like, oh, you should do designing rather than coding. But like, to make games, I would need to do coding, and that's just what I kind of have to do, is learn how to code so I can put together things. Which is where the laziness leads me down to, oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm trying to find workarounds so I can continue. But one of the workarounds I found will only let the character things have 2 abilities each unless they're the enemy, which will get an additional one. Technically speaking, the enemy will have 4 because of the attack. Like the primary attack feature it has to have. So I'm kind of locked in, well, I could, but I would have to do something else alongside it. And as of right now, the only thing I can see myself inevitably doing is getting a driver's license and going into electrical work or a form of construction in which I can actively see things working or not. Which is the only way of progression my brain can register. is, does it look good? Is it stable? When it comes down to construction, you can check if it's stable. You could ask somebody easily if it looks good. Hell, you can double check with, like, other tools and shit if something functions. Well, with code, it ends up being, well, you have to run it. Doesn't work, you won't know why. And that's where my brain's like, well, I can't take this. If I don't know what's wrong, how am I meant to fix it? If I can't fix it, there isn't a point in me doing it if I can't figure out what's wrong. And that's where my brain goes, is, well, I have to do something. I can't just sit here and not do something. Except that's when my brain just goes, well, you could just sit there and not do anything. Like, what's stopping you? And it ends up me going, you're right, what is stopping me? And then I end up just not doing things. But as of right now, I am technically meant to be working on a project with a friend of mine on Roblox. On top of that, I also had another project with two of my other friends as main idea helpers, which would be a turn-based RPG with their characters working together. And I don't want to drop it, but I have to learn JavaScript for that. And I know some JavaScript, not a lot. But it comes down to the, well, I can't see it actively fixing itself. Or I can't figure out what specifically is wrong for me to fix. Because with code, it's like, oh, so like this part, this whole line of code here should work. Doesn't work. What the fuck is wrong with this part of code? How am I meant to know what's wrong? Doesn't give me an indicator. In construction, I can see, well, this piece of wood's probably faulty. Like, it can bend easy. I didn't put in a support here. And with design, it's like, this looks like shit. What can I do to fix it? I can change these pixels around. It looks like it's looking better because it's visual. And the only instance I would be able to do coding similarly, or in a way that would allow me to know, hey, so this part's probably not working, is something called block code, which is the laziest form of coding and it's what's used in Scratch. Except Roblox doesn't have block code, last I checked. Game Maker, I think, does, but I have no idea how to use it. Because with Scratch, I learned it because I was bored in class and had nothing better to do on my computer that I was given. So I ended up making a half-ass clicker game. And hell, in the specific class that was coding, I made a handful of games where it was movement and shit. I think I can find one of them, but it was I made one with this little bunny that you had to like jump and collect carrot and you had to dodge knives. And I made the jump do like an arc. But when it comes down to it, I don't think I can game create, even though I really want to. Because it all really comes down to coding and shit. Like, if I could just design or playtest, that would be fine for me. I would be all in on that. But I have to figure out how to code and shit. Good thing with the Roblox project, I don't have to worry about animation. My friend has that covered. But for the other project, I do have to worry about animation because I don't have someone working alongside me that knows animation. It's just me making the game and, like, and 2 other people for idea helping. So it ends up being, what can I do and what can't I do? So technically speaking, it's more likely, statistically, for me to drop the JavaScript project than it is for me to drop the Roblox one, because for the Roblox one, I have someone who can actively assist me with animation and stuff. Like animation. Well, for the other one, there isn't really anyone I can look to that could assist me. It's really just, oh god, what did I do? How do I fix it? How does animate? How animate this? How animate that? Which just kind of ends me up crying in a corner, wondering why things won't work. Because that's always how it ends up for me. Is I'm just in a corner, not understanding why it won't work. Because I think there's something in my brain where it's like, if I can't amount to anything, then what's the point in my existence? Which is a sad way to think, but that's just kind of how my brain makes me think. If I can't amount to anything, what's the point? So I'm just trying to look for a way to amount to something in such a way where I won't look like a failure. So most of the time, that's just kind of how I feel. Is I just feel like a failure. But I need to prove that I am not a failure. But that's just kind of how my brain's wired. Is, oh, I can't do this, well, I must be a failure. Or I need to figure out something I probably could do without looking like a failure. Because I can't do art well, but design I really, really enjoy doing. Like pixel art and shit, I just love. Because it's like art simplified. But I, technically speaking, failed art class. Because I had to do actual art. And I'm not good at actual art. I'm good at pixel art, which is small and stuff. I'm not good at animation, but I can pixel art decently. Not wonderfully when it comes to characters, but when it comes to designs, I can throw something together decently. Hell, a handful of stream elements that I'm using, I threw together in a pixel art thing. My current background, the starting soon background, the ending soon background. On Twitch, there's the About Me little card things that I have. I threw those together. And I threw a handful of other things together for the Roblox thing I'm working on. And the only reasonable explanation for why is I prefer design. But design, as of where I'm currently sitting, does not do a whole lot for me. But I love looking at and figuring out designs to a pixel scale, not to an actual scale. Because I don't know, I like pixels. I like pixel art stuff. But games that are 3D just feel so much better. But I love screwing out with, like, pixel menu stuff. Once again, it's probably just like how my brain is wired and shit. I really don't want to cancel any more projects and shit that I'm meant to be working on. But I might genuinely have to drop the JavaScript one. Because I just don't know how to JavaScript well. Because I can't visually see a problem. It's all design. Because I come up with ideas and then I'm like, oh, well, that would be good if I would be able to execute it. Then you just can't execute it. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how am I meant to know what I'm doing if I can't see a difference?
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
So it's really just me trying to figure out what can I do, what shouldn't I do. Which, once again, makes me just feel like I'm a failure, and that's just all my brain wants me to believe. Can't do this, oh, I'm a failure.
Hey, Jake.
What? I was really hoping spring break was over. But no. Nope.
All systems online.
Oh, you're the one doing that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like knowing that. Frankly, I don't like that creature. Is it gone? Looks like it's gone. Alright. Apparently you're not fucking gone. No, you are in fact molesting my boat. Screw it, I'm just gonna do it.
Warning, emergency power only.
Please stop chasing me. I don't want my boat to explode. When you get to a location that's safe enough for me to repair this. Currently over here is not a safe location to repair this. Closer to the surface is actually. I should just head to the surface. As long as I don't run into anything. I'm probably gonna leave the beacon down there for a while. No. All right. Oh shit, I have 3 messages? 2 from school. Alright. This is like all I was planning today. I was moving things up here, getting situated. Not me to hit it. Large room. I can just smack this on top. I'm pretty sure I can just set connectors here, because why the fuck not? Doesn't look like it's impacting the hull because it's above water, which is good. Okay. So I can head in here.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production.
I don't care that it's
offline.
emergency power only. Alien containment I cannot do. Bioreactor actually should be down here. Probably this one. I can't put things in there right now. Glass, titanium. Like that's a lot of glass. Do I have that much glass? I could have sworn I did. I think I used it on things. Yeah, I definitely used it on things. Oh no. this one that had, yeah. Those words. What words was I wording? Another thing that I've been infatuated with is designing things for roleplay. Because I've set up, whatchamacallit? I've set up fucking... I'm setting up Minecraft worlds for roleplay purposes. Nothing's docked because I can't dock nothing. Large room proportion? Partition? Don't know why the fuck I would need this. Water filtration machine I will need on this lower floor. Where's my gel? I had gel in here somewhere. Middle one, middle one. Filtration machine. Oh, that's too close to that. Can I put it in here? Oh my god, I can. Okay, let's see. If I go over here, let's dump that much in there.
All primary systems online.
Oh my god, it feels so much better on my eyes. And then I want to throw a hatch on this. And release some fishies. Guess I only had 4. So I'm playing this game at least half as intended. Guess I gotta make another other drawer. that is my resource storage. There we go. Okay, and then let's pin some things. Rare titanium. Okay. Actually, why am I leaving this room? It should go in this room. Oh, a lot of stuff should actually go in this room. Put it there. And we'll put the fabricator on this side. Titanium gold coral sample. Okay. It's fabricator. This is battery. Pop up. The gamer messaged me. Fuck. Just the only reasonable thing I can do right now is, I mean, there's seaweed right here. Huh. And these don't decay. I didn't want to hit that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you, Habitat. Boat is docked. Planter. No creep vines growing. What else can I throw in? Technically speaking, quartz, titanium, copper. Where are the upgrades? There they are. Range, speed, speed, speed. Quartz. Did I get myself that brain shit? Scanner room, yep. No, it wasn't you. It was upstairs. will do for the fact that I'm looking for quartz right now. That's too far from base right now. Have you created water yet? No, you haven't. Bleach. Wait, what does it mean fabricate or unpowered? Actually, can I actually put that right there? Put it in here.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Now if I go inside, how much was one of these? Interior. I'll finish off today, hopefully, by getting enough glass to make a second one. Bullshit. Objective right now. Technically speaking, I was just moving myself back to the surface. Because I also don't know a lot about Subnautica. All I know is I need to get stuff to escape this alien planet. But I also need to survive long enough to escape. And depending on if I do something specific or not, I can escape alive or dead. And currently I haven't made any progress toward escaping alive, so I would escape dead. Oh wait, those things hort. Those things really hort. Oh shit. That, I did not realize that Hort. I probably should have realized it, Hort. But my current... Wait, what did I lose? Nothing. Okay. When it comes down to it, I'm just trying to get a few things before calling it a day. The things I'm trying to get are just stuff to make glass, so it's just how it be. So, 2 pieces of glass. There's no quartz there. How fucking dare you, game? Why is Gamer still sending me stuff? That's 3. But now I know that the restream chat thing does work. For at least Twitch. I have no fucking clue if it works for YouTube. I'm really hoping it works for YouTube. I'm just gonna assume it works for YouTube. So I just need to collect this 4 quartz over here and then I should be good. Might end stream earlier than my normal time setup.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hello, Habitat. I'll take one of these batteries. Just gonna put all those batteries in there because I do not care. We got some salt. Alright, where's... there it is. Though I already had a piece of glass. Oh well. Hoping these two connect. Oh my god, they connect. Oh, I love that. If I'm correct, that means if I enter this hatch, I can... Oh, I love that. Melee, grab. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I use planter, put seeds, get out of alien containment, put seeds in here, and then I can eat the gel sacks. Before I sign off though, where's... I should have like one more quartz in here somewhere, right? Did I not leave like a singular fucking quartz? Singular fucking glass. Checking upstairs. Looks like I do need to get one more quartz. Maybe I will be able to end stream normally, or like on a normal, the normal 2 to 6 hour thing that I've set myself for. And that one looks too far down for me. Alright. One of the things I am messing with when it comes down to the design stuffs I was talking about is I'm throwing together an M Creator mod for me and my friends via Minecraft. And if everything goes well with it, I might mess around with some other stuff about it. Yeah, those grew into that. Okay. If I go down, there isn't a second planter, nor is there a planter for this one up here. It's just allowing the creep vines to grow. One of the things I'm going to do before I come back to streaming this game again next week is just screwing around with figuring out what I need of what. Because I'll need stuff to make more solar panels, because I'm going to be messing with solar stuff. But this view is just perfect. What the fuck is that? I pressed F1 hoping it had a thing like Minecraft where it was the stuff, but what the hell's this? I probably shouldn't be fucking with that. Actually, now I'm curious. Is there a way to remove HUD? Hang on. Now I'm actually curious. Subnautica HUD. Hide HUD. I didn't know I could do this. Oh, this is perfect. Now I know I can do this. So doing that removes my hands. Okay. But now I know I can do that. I didn't know I could hide my HUD and shit. Oh, that's perfect. I can actually take screenshots and use them in thumbnails correctly. Oh, I'll see y'all on the flip side though. I'm gonna go. Wee.